被请的人 the guests who are invited, what do they have to say? Definitely have to say 好吃好吃好吃
You constantly hear this in Chinese meals, how wonderful the food is. It usually is, so that's fairly easy.
Yeah. And what do you need to do? You act that you like the food so much.
So even if you have something, let's say, unusual in front of you,
Yes. And
you have to eat it and smile.
Yeah, and showing that you like the food. And you have to eat enough food to show that your appreciation. You really like the food.
So not one little bite, you have to sort of
Eat enough.
Eat enough. A couple of, I was going to say spoonfuls, but chopstickfuls,
Yes.
at least.
At least, okay. But not too much. Because if when you eat too much, okay, you show that you are greedy. Okay? Or you show like, no, you haven't seen the word 没见过世面.
Again, you're a little fish in the pond.
Yeah, that's right. You take the opportunity. You take advantage of the situation. You just shuffle the food into your mouth.
You know what? I think I've done that a few times.
Now you know better.
Whoops.
Okay. And so food is so important to do with the face and to do with your social life. So you can hear this expression a lot. 吃得开. What does that mean? You have to bear that in mind. The food is the capital for your means. So when you are a guest, it depends how big your face is and how good the food you're going to have.
Okay, so if someone prepares a really big spread for you of very special food, then you have mianzi.
Yeah.
If they offer you chow mian,
then I'm sorry, you don't have mians. Okay, so 吃得开 means someone, have a large capital of mians. First of all, they don't have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
If they have to pay, they do not 吃得开. Okay, they are not 吃得开. Someone 吃得开 means they don't have to pay, and they are constantly invited. Not only invited, they're constantly having the real food.
Things that are hard to get, maybe even not really allowed to get.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this story is true, but even if it's not true, it illustrates it. There was a story that there was a meeting to save, an international meeting to save the Yangtze River dolphin, and the Yangtze River dolphin was on the menu.
Exactly.
I have to emphasize, I don't know whether that's an urban myth or not, but the idea is there.
But it is, because I don't know if it's true, but you might be invited to a banquet and you are offered this rare or endangered animals. And that means that you are 吃得开, and that means you have mians. Not only having mians, you have big mians. They go over the trouble. They even break the law to show that you have mians.
I think for many people visiting China, it puts us in a little troubling situation. We know that we have to accept, and it's done because people respect us.
Yeah.
But maybe we don't want to do something, and if we reject it, we're insulting people as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tricky path to tread.
Yeah. And for a Chinese person, they're against corruption, they're against using or taking advantage of the social resources. But when they are taken out, they expect that they would have a banquet for them to show their social status as well.
It's hard for, and I don't want to use the word behave yourselves, but it's hard for people to balance that, even Chinese people sometimes.
Exactly.
Because if they don't have this kind of treatment that gives them mianzi,
yeah, they don't have mianzi,
then they don't have mianzi, and therefore they can't do anything to fight corruption or anything like that.
That's right. Okay, and then there's another expression. 吃不完兜着走. I means not finished eating. 兜 is a bag. 兜着走 means a doggy bag. That means that if the means was not treated properly, and then you have to take doggy back this revenge back home and will serve you eventually.
Okay, so it smiles while you're sharpening the knife or something.
Okay, so in what situation that people would think that you would have a 吃不完兜着走? First of all, the person, the guest thinking that they haven't got the proper treatment. They should have the real food and you treat them 炒面, and then they probably not say anything because they want to save face, but definitely they wait for the right situation will get it back. Or very important person not at the right seat. They feel that they are mistreated. Or someone very important supposed to come and they haven't arrived and you start the party already.
Oh, big no-no.
Big no-no, of course. And then not the proper best food for the proper best position. Or at a Chinese party, usually,
12-course meal, 20-course meal or something.
Yeah, it comes one after one. So the very important person would have to start or offer the first bite of the food. So when they are not offered the dish first, it's an insult as well. Okay, and under all these situations, you might have 吃不完兜着走.
Now, Chinese people are very practical, very pragmatic. Would Western people be expected to follow this all the time?
Luckily, your foreigners, barbarians are not included in this civilized behavior.
But it's...
But, of course, if you can understand this, if you see things going on in front of you, it's nice to understand the situation. And it's also nice if you can do it yourself, if you would impress them.
You'll get some kind of mianzi.
Yes, even more.
And this is really important in Chinese culture, whether it's for business or you're trying to impress parents-in-law or something. I think this is really important to try to follow this. So don't ignore it.
Yeah. Try to understand it at least. Okay. So it's time for us to say 再见.
再见.
Okay, if you need more information, go to our website.
medlock-method.com.
Okay, 再见.
再见.